Good morning, this is Bill Scher on the Liberal Oasis radio show, WHMP, News, Information, and the Arts. And I believe last week I said it's on! Obama v. McCain. The smackdown continues. Oh, and it's glorious. So glorious. This is not going to be like other years when the fear-mongering happens, the divisive tactics, the McCarthyite attacks, and Democrats crouch into a little ball. So you're being mean. That's not fair. We're all on the same team. No. This time, we're going to smack back hard. And you saw that in the past 48 hours on a number of fronts. First up, so you have George Bush going on to a foreign country, speaking to the Israeli Knesset on the shared celebration of Israel's 60th birthday, to make a factually inaccurate smear attack implicitly against Barack Obama and many Democrats in general, accusing them of wanting to negotiate with terrorists because Obama and most of us believe that direct diplomacy with Iran is going to work much better than the not talking to Iran, which has worked so well so far. After that happened, a few things happened. One, Chris Matthews, who is not on the team, he has been an antagonist to Democrats for a long time, but there's something happening in the country where the debate is getting elevated. I mean, if Chris Matthews is elevating the debate, you know something's going on. We had a year of a Bush era where everything got dumber. Now things are going to get smarter. So this is Chris Matthews on hardball with some right-wing hack named Kevin James about what Bush said.
Tell me what Chamberlain did wrong.
Neville Chamberlain was an appeaser, Chris.
What did he do?
Neville Chamberlain was an appeaser, all right?
What did he do?
Neville Chamberlain, his policies, the things that Neville Chamberlain supported, all right, energized, legitimized, and made it easier for Hitler to advance in the ways that he advanced.
What? Okay, I'm sitting here for 5 minutes asking you to say what the president was referring to in 1938 at Munich.
I don't know.
You don't know. Thank you.
Chris, I don't know what the president. I don't know what the president was referring to when he talked about what was being said in 1930 in 1939.
Your problem, Kevin, is you don't know what you're talking about. And the problem is you don't understand there's a difference between talking to the enemy and appeasing. What Neville Chamberlain did wrong, most people would say, is not talking to Hitler, but giving him half of Czechoslovakia in 38. That's what he did wrong, not talking to somebody.
Chris,
appeasement is giving away things to the enemy.
But Chris,
you don't know there's a difference between... I got to go to somebody who knows some history.
Because George Bush in Israel basically said anyone that wants to talk to Iran is like the appeasers of the Nazis in 1938, like Neville Chamberlain. And Chris Matthews just makes the obvious point that talking is not appeasing. Appeasing is appeasing. And a principled negotiation with a favorable outcome is not appeasement. When you hand something over, when you give away the store, that's appeasement. And that's actually being called out for once. On another front, unlike through most of the primary campaign, when everyone was sort of hanging back understandably to say, okay, which of these candidates knows how to handle right-wing attacks best, we're now seeing team play. People rallying around and doing a full-court press against these attacks. Jamie Rubin, who's not my favorite guy, he is a Democratic foreign policy maven, but he's got some neocon sympathies. He was a supporter of the Iraq War, and Hillary Clinton supporter, I should add. But he came out effectively to help out Obama in digging up an interview he did with McCain. Now, McCain, of course, as we mentioned last week, he's accusing Obama of being Hamas's favorite candidate. This is what Jamie Rubin got from McCain 2 years ago in an interview for Sky TV.
Do you think American diplomats should be operating the way they have in the past in working with the Palestinian government if Hamas is now in charge?
They're the government, and sooner or later we're going to have to deal with them in one way or another. And I understand why this administration and previous administrations had such antipathy towards Hamas, is because of their dedication to violence and the things they not only espouse but practice. So, but it's a new reality in the Middle East, and I think the lesson is people want security and a decent life and a decent future, then they want democracy. Fatah was not giving them that.
So McCain, 2 years ago, this is when Hamas beat Fatah. As McCain said, Fatah was not giving Palestinians prosperity. He was sympathizing while they voted in Hamas in their parliamentary elections, and said, well, now we have to deal with them. And that clearly was not, now we got to deal with them. As we have to deal with them. And this is McCain, who was trying to accuse and implicitly say that Obama wants to negotiate with Hamas, when Obama has made crystal clear that he wants to negotiate with heads of state, but not with terrorist organizations like Hamas. And that's the same position that McCain has been espousing, but apparently did not espouse 2 years ago.